I live in London. The studio's in London. It's the biggest city in the country. It's the capital city. You're the mayor of London. There have been, just to the end of April, 1,296 stabbings.
Shocking.
In the city that you're in charge of. Nearly 50 people have been killed with knives. I've got 3 sons who go out clubbing in London. I'm worried about them getting stabbed. One of my sons was done over by one of these moped steamers, right?
Look.
Called the police. They couldn't do anything, right? It was terrifying for him. People are worried, Sadiq Khan, about the fact that they feel you as mayor have lost control of their safety in their city.
Like you, I've got teenage children. I've met too many bereaved families and attended too many funerals, including one of a young lad killed a stone's throw from my home. So it's personal to me as well. But I'm not going to apologise, Piers, for pointing out over the last 7-8 years, we have lost in London 10,000 police personnel, more than 3,000 uniformed officers, more than 3,000 community support officers, more than 3,000 police staff. On top of that, we've had to sell off police stations, close front counters to pay for police officers. So that's the context. What we're doing in London to address the very serious issue of violent crime. I've increased the council tax to the maximum I'm allowed to do to pay for police officers. Plus, for the first time ever, diverted business rates away from infrastructure and business things to policing.
The reality, Sadiq Khan, is that in your tenure so far, these numbers haven't just edged up, they have rocketed up. And people now are waking up every day thinking, is my child going to get stabbed in the street? Is my mum going to get steamed by a bunch of hoodlums in mopeds and helmets, right, nicking their stuff? And I don't have a comforting answer for them because the stats at the moment mean, yeah actually, there's a chance they will. It feels like London is a little out of control.
And these fears that us parents have are the same fears parents have around the country. And that's why it's really important to talk about some of the things we're doing in London alone. So, for example, one of the things we've been able to pay for as a consequence of the additional funding is the Violent Crime Task Force. These are 150 officers who are going around London targeting known criminals, working in high knife crime areas. Just in 1 week alone, give you an idea of the numbers of arrests they made.
Is that including stop and search?
Yeah.
Do they have increased powers
correct.
to stop and
well,
search?
so stop and search for weapons-related issues has gone up by 24%, leading to arrests being made, charges being made in 1 week alone.
And convictions?
Yeah, in 1 week alone, we've taken off 130, just 1 week, 135 knives, 6 firearms, 630 knives.
When I see that kind of stat in February, March, that we are worse than New York for murders, I'm like, really? What is happening? And I'm looking at you saying, well, come on, Sadiq, you were the guy that when you got appointed in 2016, you were going to sort this.
Sure.
And it seems to be getting worse. So when you make more promises now, why should I believe you?
Well, let's deal with April, May and June. You mentioned February and March, and they were horrible months. I mean, I attended some of the funerals of the young people who lost their lives. But we're seeing some of the differences, the additional investment that I've put into the police is making. It's really important that we invest in the police. But when people see more police officers on the street, they're not new police officers. It takes 9 months to recruit. They're officers cancelling rest days, cancelling their holidays, working overtime, and they're working incredibly hard. But they need not just parents to get involved, big brothers and big sisters, schools, faith communities, all of us to play a role as well.
What about these moped thugs, right? They seem to be acting with complete impunity, right? They're nicking the bikes to start with, so they can't be traced. They've got helmets, so they can't be identified on CCTV. My son got raided by one of these, a couple of these thugs at a petrol station, and when he went to them and said, can I have the CCTV, they weren't allowed to give it to him, right? In other words, there seems to be a complete breakdown here.
Let me deal with moped-enabled crime.
What are you going to do to specifically tackle that? In Manchester, we had one of their police chiefs on. He's now endorsing, effectively, their police going after these guys and actually chasing them and apprehending them.
And I'm really pleased Greater Manchester are following what the Met Police is doing, which is this. There's a specialist team of officers on motorbikes chasing. It's not true that we don't chase, the police don't chase those in mopeds. Specialist scrambler bikes to go down alleyways and thin roads. The police now have forensic spray, so they'll spray it on you. You don't know it's on you. So if you are wearing a helmet, and we've caught people using the forensic spray. There are spikes that the police can use. We're using air supports to target keep an eye on them going down as well. And just, you know, in the last few months, not only is moped crime stabilised, it's gone down by 50%.
What's that on?
On the figures we have from the police and the ONS.
So these figures can't be right then? Because it's to the end of May.
We're
only in July, start of July. So how can it have suddenly plummeted 50%? Was that 3 days, or what is it?
So the year-on-year figures, and I'll tweet the figures if it makes it easier for you, will show...
Make it very simple for me.
In the last year, moped-enabled crime's gone down by 50%.
What are you basing it? Well, hang on.
Are you both talking about different crimes?
Well, maybe. And so that's why, let me...
But these are the official Met Police figures.
So there's mopeds being stolen, there's moped-enabled crime. What I can tell you is moped-enabled... So this is if you pinch a moped and then you mug somebody or you commit an act of criminality, could be acid spray, that's moped-enabled crime. Then there's moped thefts. What I'm telling you is that moped-enabled crime is not gone. There are still victims of moped-enabled crime. But the good news is that it's reduced over the last period. It's reduced by 50%, and I'm happy to make publicly available the source of my...
Well, I'd love to see those numbers.
But Piers, that doesn't take away the distress it causes to a victim. So what I'm saying to you is, even if it's stabilised and gone down, that's not good enough.